Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY and in this video I am going to show you two new pumpkin ideas, and I'm going to show you one from last year, and I have a few little creative spins to put on these that I think you're going to really like. So the first one's going to involve wine corks. These I picked up at a thrift store in Oregon for $2 for a whole bag. And then it's going to involve this little cutting board. We're going to use some of this reindeer moss from Dollar Tree, some jute and ribbon, this paint right here that's pumpkin is the color, and it's Waverly from Walmart. Oh, and I used a little bit of this, and then we're going to do a stencil in, it's called Flower Power in almond latte chalk paste. So it should be really good. I'm super excited. Okay, so let's start with the wine corks. I'm going to show you how to build this, because this is going to become your pumpkin. So you're going to want to pick out 7 wine corks that are roughly the same height. It doesn't matter if they're, ooh, look how pretty that one is. It doesn't matter if they're fatter necessarily. Oops, that one's way too long. So I'm just looking. Okay, we're going to try these right here. And first thing you're going to do is you're going to attach 2, 2, and 2 using a hot glue gun. And I do that just by putting a strip of glue on the side. And then here's another trick. You know how when you pull a wine cork out, one side can be, this one's taller, but oh well. One side can be fatter and the other side can be narrower. I'm gluing mine together with that in mind. So a fat side and a skinny side, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, I don't want this one. Let's see. Just looking for a good one. This is just going to take a minute. Okay, that works just fine. All right, so then I have 6 in pairs of 2. I'm going to add my center. This is going to be the center, and then I'm just going to glue my other pairs of 2 around it. See our flower. This was a flower shape that we did the other day that we made a cross with. Anyways, it's this is how it is formed. Okay, and this is going to be our pumpkin. All right, so I have one that is all ready to go. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so what I did, and I don't want to make a huge mess, what I did was I used this Waverly pumpkin paint, and I did about 2 coats on the top. I didn't paint the underneath and the sides. All right, and then I decided that I wanted my pumpkin top to be kind of different. You could use a piece of wood like this from Dollar Tree, a twig, a wine cork, you could use that. But I decided to use an acorn cap, a set of 3 actually. These acorns right here came from my yard last early fall, and I just picked them up. I was conscious of them starting to fall, and I picked them up like right when they were starting to fall so that they didn't get crunched. and I put them in the oven on a cookie sheet with foil. Just looking for my best option here. For about an hour on 160, just to make sure there were no critters in here. So these are from my yard. This package right here, they're bigger. We used these on wine corks last year when we made these adorable little wine cork birdhouses. I needed bigger ones, and the acorns in my yard were not big enough, so I ordered that on Amazon. And if you would like that information, they weren't expensive. I would be glad to get it for you. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. It's the acorns in my yard sometimes are triplets. It'll be one stem with 3 acorns, and you don't want to save the actual nut part of it, just the cap. Okay, and then I am going to try to grab some of this reindeer moss, which is so darn messy. This came from Dollar Tree. Just gonna grab a bunch of it. Okay. I'm gonna put a big blob of glue on the top of my pumpkins. My pumpkin here that is painted. It's 7 painted wine corks. And I'm just pushing my moss into my glue. And here we go. And then I'm going to add my little acorn cap. This is the one that I did before I came live when I was experimenting to make sure this would work. I'm also thinking that we'll tie something around the tummy of it. So like I said, you can use whatever you want for the center for your pumpkin. That's totally up to you. Let's get rid of this before I get that moss everywhere. Oh, too late. I already have. So this is just, I don't even know where this jute came from. Nothing fancy at all. And I'm going to go around my pumpkin 3 times and then just tie a little knot. Oops. Okay, what's the best way to hold this? Okay. And that is pretty much it. What do you think? This little, I'm going to do one more of these. These would be great in a dough bowl. Just added with some pine cones and rattan balls, and they're the perfect size to just throw into a dough bowl or even in a 2-tiered stand. So what do you guys think about those? I thought that turned out pretty cute. Okay, the next thing I want to do is we're going to turn this round cutting board into a pumpkin. So first thing I did before I came live, because I think it's so boring to watch someone paint and then have to wait for it to dry, I painted this 1 coat. And I probably will come back later and touch up the back of it so it looks nice. All right. And then I took it outside and I gave it 1 coat of this Restream 2x Ultra Cover Matte Clear. I get this at Walmart. And what it does is it makes it so that your wood surface will take a medium through a stencil and not spread it all over the place. It just makes the stencil impression a little crisper. So let me show you what my inspiration was earlier today, I reshared this video from last year where I made these hardcover book pumpkins. These are hardcover books from Dollar Tree. So $1.25 a piece. I painted them with this same orange paint, added a little slice of a stem like this from Dollar Tree, and I stenciled the front and the spine with the stencil that we're going to use today, which is this Flower Power stencil. And I used, instead of using a bright white color, I used this almond latte. And it's awesome. It looks great. So this is the inspiration for where we're going with this. But I also want to show you, whoops. I also want to show you the turquoise ones that we did that year. So these were, they were from Dollar Tree. They were some of those fake books that are boxes. You know, you can put gifts in them. And they had something pertaining to Halloween on the cover, skeletons or something. So I painted this one, well, these three here, this tealy turquoisey color that I made by combining agave, pool, and peacock Waverly paints from Walmart. And then I used the same stencils. This is the one we're going to be using today. I love this one. It's called Flower Power. I stenciled them with the almond latte chalk paste. And so that's how I made these pumpkins. And I just think it's fun to do something different. What do you guys think? So the trick here, oh, and I didn't say any of my normal stuff at the beginning. Hey, don't hesitate to ask questions. Feel free to sprinkle, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you saw this video that I restreamed this morning. I'm going to restream it again tonight because it's a really good video. And I have not seen book pumpkins or hollow book pumpkins. So I think it's a fun, creative idea that I'm going to restream it again tonight. Okay, so I'm using this Flower Power, and I'm deliberately not going to put it centered. I do need for it to go all the way to the margin though. Well, maybe I am going to center it because if I don't, I don't know. We'll see how this looks. So I'm going to try to stencil only out to this edge. You see that? But what I wanted to tell you is if you don't have this one, but you have other all over pattern stencils, you could use just about anything. And here's a few. This one is called Dragonfly Pattern. It's so pretty. This is Mandela Lace. This is Asian Floral. It's really cool. This is Fleur de Lis. This is Filigree Leaf. I've used this a lot lately. It's really awesome. This is my very used fall leaf pattern that looks like this. This is the new one. Here's my Victorian pattern, and there's quite a few more. So I just wanted to let you know that you don't have to have this particular stencil unless you just want to. You could use any all over pattern stencil. Okay, so let's get this going. And then we'll create the top for it. All right, this is the best color. So I see lots of folks hopping on. I hope this is going to look good. I will be able to clean up any edges if I go over my area that I want to be in. I don't know what's going on with the comments if you're watching this live. I don't know. Facebook is definitely wonky lately. And I don't know why that is. But I will read through all of the comments when I'm finished. So if you want to comment on someone else's comment, I will read those. Okay, I'm trying to see, where is my edge? I want to go out just to it. And I probably have way too much chalk paste. Let's put some of this back. Let me ask you guys this. Facebook has a new voice enhancer that is supposed to take out some background noise. And I don't use a microphone. I'm sorry, I just don't. It's not comfortable to me. I did have one, and I decided that I didn't like it. But anyways, hopefully this new Facebook voice enhancer thing will make my sound a little better. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are, if you can tell a difference or anything. Okay, I think I have everything. Let's peek. And I did go over just a smidge, but that is perfectly okay. And I also see that I had a few little boo-boos, which are fine by me. I'm not super fussy. And I don't have a thing of water ready to go. I forgot, so I'll just put that over there and I'll wash it when I'm finished. You want to always put your lids back on your pot. And this is what that looks like. Isn't it going to look great with this stuff? Okay, so let's make a little top for it. And I'm just going to do kind of a bow with some jute and maybe some moss. Look over here and see what I have. If I have any painter's drop cloth or canvas duck. Could use some of this. That would work. This is painter's drop cloth. And it was left over from our table runner that we did the other day. So I'm going to dovetail my ends of this burlap style ribbon. Could add, possibly, that's too long. I could also add some lace. There's tons of possibilities. Perfect. Okay, so I like to just go crisscross. That one seems very long. So does this one. Let's cut them shorter. Cross. I hang on to everything. This was a piece of canvas duck, and we made from the July Magnolia Craft Club these bows for this and this. And I had one little piece left, which I didn't throw it away. So I'm going to use it. Put it straight right there. Let's do some jute. Just making a pile, and I will come back and trim it. I'm going to set that right there. And let's tie this together, and then we can see what we might want to add. So what do you guys think about this? I'm going to show you in just a second how easy that will be to remove. In the very worst case, I could wash it off and then just use a little bit of the orange paint, the Sweet Willy paint, to touch it up. Most mistakes that involve chalk paste are really fixable pretty darn easily. Let's see. Doesn't look too bad. There's the other tail. This one. I might do a button to kind of go along with these books. So if you watched that video, I recorded it last September of 2022, and I talk in that video about how, let's trim these, about how my opinion is that the best stencils to have, the most versatile stencils, are the all over pattern stencils, because they can become anything. This becomes almost a pumpkin just by the color that you use in your medium. So let me find a pretty larger button. It's too big. Perfect. Let's see. Could I possibly get one piece of my twine to go through these holes? No way. Okay, I'm just going to glue a button right here in the center. And then we're going to put it right here. And I may come back after the fact and add a little bit of moss, but I think it's pretty darn cute the way it is. So let's add our bow. Should it be on the side? I think you just want it straight in the center. So I told you I would show you how to fix a boo-boo. Can you see where I went outside of where I had planned? I'm just going to use an antibacterial wipe. You could also use a paper towel that's moist. Dixie says she loves it. Jerry says she loves it. Rita says it's adorable. I think it's pretty adorable too. I'm happy. And I tell you what, when you release yourself from your own obligation to do everything perfectly, crafting is so much more fun. Because I see some little boo-boos on here where I got too much chalk paste, but that would not bother me one single bit. So this is what we did. I'll get pictures. They are, this project, these colors were inspired by these books. By the way, this is called Ticking. It's a ticking stencil. It's not available anymore. So hopefully you're not in love with it and just dying to get your hands on it. So what do you guys think? Is this a Magnolia cutting board? Yes, it is, Helga. This is the round one. There's also a cute square one, or rectangle. It's in my kitchen. And it, what does it say? We did it as a Christ in Crafting. Not by my strength, but his, is what the verse is that's on it. So this is the round version of it. They look completely different, if you ask me. Anyways. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you want info on what the name of the color is, where I got acorns, where this moss came from, what color chalk paste this is, or anything, just say supplies, and I'm going to get that all organized, and I will put that, I'll reply to your comment with that info right away. So you guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you later.